What is equity and how do you use it? I'm Josh Mangini with Team Mangini Real Estate and Superior Plus Realtors. Today I'm going to teach you exactly what equity is and how you can use it to your advantage. Chances are if you bought a house in between 2014 and 2021, you likely have a good chunk of equity in your home. Equity is the value of a mortgage property minus anything that's against it. So let me give you an example. First, you need to find the value of your house. Don't go looking on Zillow because Zillow is almost never correct. But find a licensed real estate professional to be able to help you out with this. They'll be able to help you determine what your house is worth versus all the properties around you. Now let's assume that the value of your house is about $200,000. Well, you still owe on your mortgage $100,000. The difference, another $100,000. That is your equity. Now, what could you do with $100,000 of equity? You could go on vacation. No. You could buy a new car. Could you do either one of those things? Yes, of course you could. Should you? I guess it depends on the position that you're in right now. But I'm going to show you a few other things that you could do with it that might just help you down the road. It might be a good idea to pay off some debt. Do you have credit cards with crazy APRs on them? Do you have an auto loan with a high APR? Those are all really good things that could potentially help you down the road. But there's a couple other things that you could possibly do too to get you ahead of the game right now. Now, of course, there's a bunch of different ways that we can do this, but I'm going to show you one way today that you could use the equity in your house to buy a rental property and increase your income and your net worth. Now, most banks won't lend you the full quantity of your equity. So as I showed in that example, if you have $100,000 in equity, they're likely only going to give you somewhere between 80 and 90%, depending on the bank, maybe even as low as 75%. But we can still utilize that money to put toward a down payment on a rental property. So using the worst case scenario, in this case, you got your $100,000 of equity. If the bank's only willing to loan you 75% of that, you're down to $75,000. But guess how much it is to buy a house? I guess it really just depends on how good of a deal you get, but let's say it was a $200,000 house. Well, on an investment property, you typically have to put 20% down. 20% of $200,000 is only $40,000. Now, the difference, you'd have $35,000 left over to do whatever renovations that you need to make to improve the quality of this house. Now, is it really that easy? Not necessarily. Of course, there's other nuances and other factors and costs that are going to be involved. But is it worth it? Absolutely, because now you have rental income, you're growing equity in both of your properties, and you're increasing your net worth. I really hope that you learned something from this today. I'm going to try to do a couple more of these and we'll see what kind of traction we get. Let me know if this was of any value to you. Shoot me a message, give me a like, throw me a comment. I'd greatly appreciate it. Again, I'm Josh Mangini with Team Mangini Real Estate, Superior Plus Realtors. Have an awesome day.